I'm Kris Hagan. For those who don't know, I've been a language coach for many years. In my career, I've taught a wide variety of people, from famous singers and radio presenters to doctors, uni students, and yes, even desperate housewives trying to find an English lover. I've finally decided to share my thoughts, tips and tricks with the world. Also check out my YouTube channel if you want to see my ugly mush. So let's kick off this podcast with a great jingle.
Doesn't matter where you are, in the car or at the bar. Here for you comes in your ears, another word for thanks is cheers. Here's the new kid from the block, here for you around the clock, shining all his English tips. Kris
is an anagram of risk.
Kris.
Welcome to this week's episode. I want to start by wishing my wee brother a happy birthday. Sorry I cannot be there today, but I am sure you will eat enough cake for the two of us, the same as I will tomorrow on my birthday. If only you could see my beautiful Japanese camellia flowering outside my window. I might put a photo on Instagram. I digress. Now, thanks to wonderful Brexit that many wise people in the UK voted for, can you hear the sarcasm in my voice? My birthday gift is floating around Europe for 4 weeks. Present perfect, has been floating around Europe for 4 weeks. Not only have my parents had to pay now extra for customs, thanks to Brexit, also I had to pay €93 to receive it. It was nice of them to tell me, thanks for your payment, you will receive your parcel in 4 days. That was over a week ago now. Thanks Bartolini, speedy deliveries, we aren't. Now, talking about Brexit, did you see the interview of the century? I'm talking about the Megxit interview with Oprah Winfrey. What did you think? Let me know.
Introducing Mimi Melendez, mixing cocktails from Miami to New York. People blame her for getting legless just cause she mixed it. She didn't pour it down your throat.
No, she didn't.
Remember to leave her a tip.
Mimi's back, and today she's going to tell us some misconceptions about cocktails.
I'm back, and I'm here to clarify some things. Over the years of bartending, I get asked a lot of different questions, but there are some that...
What's your phone number, for example, is probably the first
millions of times.
You can't see it, but I can.
I comb my hair today. Thanks for the compliment.
It's got a bit of slap on, a bit of war paint on as well.
Well, it's part of bartending, right? You want customers, you got to look a certain way. Anyway, so yes, we're going to talk about some misconceptions about cocktails and the bar world. The first thing I want to talk about, which I've heard 1,000 times, millions probably of times over my bartending career, is asking the bartender to add less ice in a drink because you want it to be stronger.
Yeah, you want more liquid.
Right.
I do it all the time at McDonald's.
But wait, that doesn't make sense. It makes sense at McDonald's because you're getting less ice, so therefore there's space for more soda, right? For more juice or whatever you're drinking. However, if you're drinking a cocktail or a drink, let's say you're getting a vodka tonic, okay? There's a recipe for that. There's a measurement for that. The vodka, let's say, is 1.5 ounces, and the tonic is however many ounces to fill up the cup. If you ask for less ice, the amount of alcohol is still 1.5 ounces. So basically, it's really actually the reverse effect. You're getting more mixer in the drink.
So it dilutes the alcohol.
It dilutes the alcohol. And so many people are mistaken about this. I constantly get customers asking, they want a stronger drink, so they want me to add less ice, which makes no sense.
So I just want a glass full of ice with a little bit of...
That's exactly what you want. You want a strong drink? Ask for the bartender to fill it up with ice. Pack it with ice. And the alcohol content still is going to be the same. And in the end, the mixer will just be a splash.
She's a genius, this girl.
I tell you, I'm like a scientist.
I'm in shock.
Call me Dr. Mimi. Okay, so the other thing I want to talk about is overpouring and underpouring. This is a real thing, and it's a real problem in the bar industry where customers will ask the bartender to add a little extra that's outside of the recipe or the calculated amount of alcohol. This can really throw off everything in the bar as far as how much alcohol you're getting out of each bottle, how much money you're collecting for each ounce of that alcohol. So if you ask the bartender to give you a double, expect to pay what?
A double
the price.
Double the price, yeah.
Okay,
and then the tax on top of it.
And the tax and tip,
And
guys,
then the tip on top of it. So just take a couple of grand with you every time you go for a cocktail.
That's right. But you know what? If you have a bartender like me making your cocktails, it is worth all couple grand. Okay, so the next thing is also something I'm constantly correcting people about. And let's talk about brandy. Okay, so brandy is a kind of distilled wine. Okay, which is a spirit.
Yeah.
Under the umbrella of brandy comes different types. Okay, so we have
Just an umbrella of brandy just made me laugh.
an umbrella and brandy
It
sounds
wouldn't
like
really
like
protect you
a
from the rain.
dream.
It won't protect you from the rain, though, would it?
I would turn that umbrella upside down
And drink
like
it.
the brandy.
Uh-huh.
So we have cognac,
Which is a brandy.
Which is a brandy. Some people think also that it's either cognac or brandy. Cognac is a brandy that comes from the city of Cognac, France. The same thing with Armagnac, Calvados. These are all types of brandy. Then we have Grappa, which is a type of brandy, and it's usually from Italy. And finally, Pisco. Pisco is brandy from South America, usually from Peru. So these things all fall under the brandy category. They're not in competition with brandy. Similar idea goes, and we talked about this before, with whiskey and scotch. Scotch is a kind of whiskey, so is bourbon. So it's not would you like whiskey or scotch, okay? Because scotch is whiskey. That's right. Same thing happens with champagne. People think it's champagne or sparkling wine or Prosecco. So Champagne is the name of the city, and in order for a sparkling wine to be called champagne,
it needs to be from
France.
Lisbon.
Exactly. No, a little further. Champagne, France. Okay. And finally, the same idea here is mezcal and tequila. People think they're in competition, but actually tequila is a type of mezcal that comes from one type of agave from a particular region in Mexico. So just some information for all of you guys to really clarify what is it that you want, what is it that you're asking the bartender for.
I was just thinking, as long as it's got alcohol in it, I'll drink it.
Well, good for you.
Because then it's the best way not to make a mistake.
You don't discriminate. That's
exactly.
Right.
Just put it in my glass.
Tell the bartender, give me whatever you
drink
want.
It. Just not rum. But
oh, come on.
No. Thank you very much, and see you next week.
See you.
Bye.
Mimi Menendez, a mixologist.
Now, going back to the Oprah Winfrey interview that I was talking about before, are we sure that everything Meghan said is true? The HR department, the fact that her license was taken away from her. Fun fact, in the UK, we don't need our license in our pocket when we drive around. In some countries you do, in England you don't. If the police stop you and give you a fine, you have so many days, or maybe 24 hours, I don't remember, to go to the police station to show you actually own a driving license or possess a driving license. Maybe she didn't know that, but keeping her license in a safe to stop it getting nicked doesn't mean she can't go out for a drive. A bit of research goes a long way. From London to California, in fact. I just hope that Harry has stocked up on sunscreen.
She's from Australia,
Koala.
or is it maybe South Africa? She doesn't know either, but one thing's for sure, she makes business English sexy.
Like a kangaroo.
It's Kelly Lawrence.
Kelly's back, and we're here to talk about some more business English. Did I say it right this time? Business English?
Yes, he was struggling because he kept saying British English.
Well,
he wasn't able
British.
to drop it.
Go on then. So what we're going to talk about today, something interesting, I'm sure.
Yes, this is kind of interesting. Come on.
Kind of. You know, people probably listening to this podcast will think I don't like business English. I'm joking. It's not I'm not being serious.
I think people are going to skip the 5 minutes after you start introducing me by how you're selling
I have to move your position in the podcast. Go on, I've wasted 33 seconds of your time. Go on. What are you going to talk about?
All right, so we're going to talk about difficult business English terms to pronounce. These
Like
also
business for me today.
Exactly. Look, these are also common mistakes, and they're just common words. You shouldn't be mispronouncing them, especially if you're using English for work, okay?
So like performance instead of performance.
Okay, exactly. Yeah,
Like,
this
as
is
an
one,
example,
but this
then.
one is not as a strong mistake as the other ones I'm about to tell you, okay? The first one, of course, is the word work. It's an sound, not an or sound. If you say walk, people are going to think you're talking about going somewhere for a walk in the park, for example. It's work. You have to make this very strange sound. It's not pretty, but it needs to be pronounced like that. Okay.
I always tell my students, say, I walk to work.
Good, exactly. And if you're saying I walk to walk, you know you've got a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Exactly. Now the next one is the same sound. It's purpose. Okay, purpose, not purpose, purpose or purpose.
Purpose, even. Purpose,
If you want to make it worse, exactly. It's a purr sound and a piss sound. Okay, purpose. It sounds simple. It also sounds a little bit derogatory.
Yeah, but she has an Australian accent. Remember, in England we say
That's true.
purpose. We don't say
That's
purpose.
true. Okay, there's a bit of a difference here as well. Of course, if you're speaking with an American accent, you will pronounce the R. You will say purpose.
Purr.
Okay, we don't like that one, so we usually try to keep it out. We'll stick with the British one and the Australian one. So yes,
We have American friends, just to confirm. No, we all have American friends.
Yes, we do.
We love American people. It's not a problem.
We do, but honestly,
British English is the best.
but people pronounce the R anyway naturally, so we usually don't have to teach them that. They often
Too
do
strong
it.
sometimes, though.
So it is how would you do it for the British one?
Purpose.
Purpose or purpose.
Okay.
The next one is fund. This is one that if you live in Italy, please tell the government as well that it's not a fund. We're not talking about the recovery fund. We're talking about the recovery fund.
Also,
Okay.
Alessandro Catalan, a shout out to you, who always says found instead of fund. You don't know who he is, go and check him out on Instagram.
Okay, so yes, fund. Okay, let's practice it together. Fund, not found. If you say found, it's a different word altogether. Okay, and the last one is the favorite of everybody. It's focus. This is, I think, the most mispronounced word in all of English. Focus. Okay, not focus. Or all the other combinations that I've heard. Okay, this might be also more Australian accent.
No,
Tell
it's
me.
right, it's right.
It's correct. You would
Yeah,
also say focus.
Don't
or
doubt yourself. Focus.
How would you would say focus?
Focus.
Okay, exactly.
I'm saying
So
it.
there are
I
a few
wouldn't say it
more.
in another way. I can't do an Australian accent.
No, okay, but
G'day is all I can say. G'day, mate.
but I think also the American one is more like focus.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
like
is
this. So otherwise, going forward, we can also use. I also want to talk about a phrasal verb. It's a phrasal verb that a lot of you know, but you all use it in the wrong context. Okay, it's to grow up. This does not belong in British English. You don't talk about growing up in your career. You don't talk about growing up your skills. There's a difference. Grow up means when you're a child and you become an adult. This is to grow up. Okay, it's also an insult. You can use in business English if you want to insult your colleagues. You can tell them to grow up if they're being
Kelly
immature.
says this to me all the time.
Okay, instead you just say grow, to grow. Okay, so grow means okay, to increase, but we also don't use this that much in this context. We don't say I want to grow my career, I want to grow my skills.
no.
Doesn't really work. We say improve. Okay, you can say I want to improve my career, I want to improve my skills, or you can say a few other ones. Okay, you can say strengthen my skills, build up my skills, broaden my skills, gain more confidence, gain more skills.
What does broaden my skills mean? Does it make them better, or explain broaden a little bit?
Broaden, exactly. So broaden is not to increase your skills or make them stronger. Instead, it's to expand. Okay, so if
To
you
gain
want to,
more.
Exactly, to gain more, but maybe across a different spectrum. So, for example, if you specialize in one certain area, you want to broaden your skills and specialize in a few different areas. Okay, so this is the one broaden.
Perfect. 5 minutes is up. Then Kelly needs to
Right.
broaden her skills in her British accent. Okay, sis. I'm joking. See you next week.
Goodbye.
Now we love business, English short thanks to
Now, what is an onomatopoeia? Onomatopoeia are words that mimic the sounds or noises that they refer to. I want to tell you something that maybe you don't know. I'm sure some of them are different in your language. For example, in the UK, for a ticking clock, we say tick tock, tick tock. But in Italy, they say tick tack. I've never heard a clock go tick tack before. Okay. But in English, when we sneeze, we say achoo. But in Korean, echui. Similar, but still not the same. Fun fact, there is no equivalent for bless you in Korean. They prefer to just ignore it totally. They may ask if you caught a cold, but an acknowledgement of the sneeze itself, with all its power, with bless you, nope. Now let's have a look at some more English ones. So imagine you're walking on some wooden floors. Now when wooden floors feel pain, only joking, not when they feel pain obviously, when you walk on a wooden floor, they go creak, creak. So wooden floors creak. And when you walk through mud in your wellies are Wellington boots, but in England we say wellies because Wellington boots sounds very, very long and a little bit pretentious. What sound does the mud make? So think of it. Walking through the mud in your wellies. Squelch. How nice. Squelch. 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 Now what about munch? Munch. Munch is when someone chews noisily. I know a few people that do that. They munch. Munch, munch. Like a cow chewing grass. This next one is easy. What am I mimicking here? Ding dong. Ding dong. Ding dong. A doorbell, of course. I'm sure you got that one right. Now remember, they are important to know because you don't want to be saying kikiriki instead of cock-a-doodle-doo when you're speaking to an English person now, do you? Because they will really not understand what on earth you're talking about. It's the sound of a rooster if you didn't know. Now, do you know any interesting onomatopoeias in your language? Let me know.
Jonathan, talk to us about food around the world. Jonathan, Canadian, their best export after Justin Bieber.
Jonathan's back, and this week we probably, I don't know, is it? It's 50-50 chance with Jonathan. Is it controversial this week or not?
This one will be a little nicer, I think.
It's a bit nice. We don't need to apologise to anybody this week.
Not yet.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion, is what I think.
Even I.
Even you. Even a Canadian. Apart from Justin Bieber. You got chlamydia from a koala. Yes, of course you did. Okay, not you, Justin Bieber.
Oh, that's a whole other thing. I want to explore that later. Mm-hmm. I would definitely eat one of those.
Sure you would.
What's the best thing you've ever eaten, Kris?
When I wasn't vegetarian, I ate lean roast beef and gravy, and it was my favourite.
Lean roast beef?
Yeah, I don't actually know.
Damn British.
Yeah, but it came in a box. My mum was a terrible cook.
It came in a box.
It was in a box. It was a case of in a plastic bag. You put it in some water to boil it, open it, and put it on a plate.
Well, you don't need to be a meat eater to enjoy a salt lick. You can just be a deer like the rest of them.
A salt lick?
Well, those prepackaged things is mostly salt.
Probably.
That's why it was so delicious, I imagine.
It was. I had it every day. Yeah. Oh, no, cheese and onion pie. Since I become vegetarian, cheese and onion pie is delicious. And also now poutine.
Very, very good. Very, very good. Well,
love a good poutine.
I wanted to tell just a little story.
Go on.
The best thing I ever ate. Or perhaps I should say I have ever eaten, this being an English podcast.
It doesn't matter. We're speaking naturally.
The best thing I ever ate, because I'm Canadian, that's how we talk.
No native English speaking person speaks correctly all the time.
Thank you. Very good. So it was in a downtown Toronto, tucked away in a corner. I believe despite COVID, it still exists, although the quality has since tanked. There was a restaurant about the size of this room, the studio in which we are currently recording. Let's see, what do we got? 12 feet by 12 maybe, and a cubby hole in the back for the washroom. And along one side, there was a bank, shelves, the cook, the chef, because it was a traditional, tiny, little sushi restaurant.
Okay.
Called Japango.
Japango.
It's like Japan, go, I think. I don't know. And they had room for 6 tables, maybe one table of 4 if you were really skinny. And they had this dish. I don't know what they called it because I don't read nor speak Japanese. But it was basically a mackerel.
Okay.
That they filleted. And they made into sushi. And then they made it into sashimi.
Okay.
And then they take the rest of the fish, bones, eyeballs, everything, deep fry it, and
about to vomit, but
display it on the plate as if it were
decoration,
a traditional dragon. It was fierce the way that this was. So it was truly a feast for all of your senses, because after you're so finished delicately picking up the sushi and sashimi with your chopsticks, you have to use your hands to tear apart the rest of the carcass that has been so delicately fried and tempura'd and enjoy every aspect of it. In fact,
I was going to ask you eat all of it.
You must eat all of it.
Sushi I like, but I wouldn't eat eyes and things like that.
So knowing this, I went back because I enjoyed it so much the first time. Absolutely fantastic. The chef that day decided to change the order around. And first, I was served the whole thing displayed normally, sushi, sashimi. And I picked up what was left and I took a big old bite out of the fish head. And I said, oh, this is less crispy than the last time. Because in fact, as the waitress soon informed me, I wasn't to be gnawing on a literal raw fish head, but she was to take it from me, go to the back, re-prepare it, and then represent it in a different fashion.
So you ate it raw like the penguin in Batman?
Yes, as if one might eat a baby seal.
Disgusting. And other people were watching you do this?
Well, my current wife was there, and she did not break up with me. So it's fantastic.
Well, she's Italian from the south.
Do Italians eat raw fish heads? I
Don't know. In the south, maybe they eat many other things.
Can I get a yes or no, a nod from Giorgio? Yes, okay.
Probably, yeah. In fact, Gino De Campo, he always talks about sucking head. He doesn't realise that in English it means something else.
Oh, interesting. It's like chewing the fat, perhaps.
Yeah, no. When he was on TV, and there's a television program in England, and he was the resident chef, and he said, "Oh, I like to suck head. I love sucking head. Sucking head is the best thing ever. We always suck head." And the presenters were dying. He was talking about eating the head of a fish and sucking out the innards of the fish.
Well, in fact, sucking out the eyes of this fish was delightful. Absolutely a treat.
The eyes of it. What?
The best bit. Yes, I agree.
No. And have you been back again since? Is it still there? Oh, you don't know if it's still there.
Well, the owners sold it, so it's still there. But
So sushi is gone now. Japan has gone now.
Japan is gone.
It's not Japan go anymore.
No, it's Japan went.
Oh, poor Japan. What a beautiful place. Let's go to Japan. Can we go to Japan now?
I'll suck a head there.
See you, Neil. Bye. Let's turn Jonathan's mic off now.
And now we're hungry. Thank you.
I really fancy a chip butty now. What's that, I hear you ask? It sounds fantastic. It sounds delicious. It's a sandwich of chips. Chips like in fish and chips. 2 slices of bread, butter and chips. Also mushy peas. Mushy peas not in the chip butty though. That would be a bit disgusting. I do miss mushy peas. Send me an email to let me know what is the best food you have ever eaten, and if you try a chip butty, also let me know. I'd like to say well done to Beyonce after celebrating her 28th win. She is now the most awarded woman in Grammy's history. It used to be Alison Krauss, who I was only talking about yesterday. Strange. Never heard of Alison Krauss? Go and check her out. You'll be surprised as to some of the songs she's actually recorded. You'll probably know them. Personally, I used to like Beyonce, but now that all her music is becoming just noise, as I call it, and a couple of words thrown in here and there, I've gone off it. Pity. She used to be so good. We were only saying the other day how some singers evolve over time and change with the age of their fans. Can't imagine people at my ripe old age gyrating to the stuff she's pumping out these days. Oh well, Ed Sheeran forever then. Now speaking of music, who's next?
Now it's time for Laura, say to you by your Skype. She's at home in Nashville, couldn't find a flight. Laura likes to listen to the radio, but when it comes to music, she prefers it live. Laura, give for 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 Laura, Laura, give for Laura, give for Laura, give for Laura, give for.
Hello, Laura. How are you and what have you been up to?
I am fantastic. I have just gotten to go out this weekend and hear some friends play live music for the first time.
Ooh, very
How
good.
are you?
Not bad. My birthday's tomorrow and I've still no idea what to do.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well.
My pandemic birthday was very mild as well in the fall, but I'm looking forward to the next one being a bit more interesting this year.
Yeah, I think we need to double up on all our birthdays.
Have you all gotten to go out and hear anyone perform in person yet?
Unfortunately, not during this wonderful pandemic.
Oh, still?
Yep. Great.
That's very sad. What's the lockdown situation this week?
Today we went back into the red zone, which means we basically can't do anything again. We can still go to work, but we have to stay home.
I hope things open up completely soon and start to get back to normal.
Me too, I'm going crazy.
Here in the US, everything is basically open. Some places are completely open and normal with no precautions, and
really?
others are still taking great care. So there's a huge swing from one end to the other of the spectrum. Several states, including Tennessee, have just thrown caution to the wind, lifting any and all restrictions, which is frustrating.
Hey, you used a very good idiom there, to throw caution to the wind. For those who don't know what it means to behave in a reckless manner.
I mean, it's great news for businesses, but it's a dangerous precedent to set because not everyone's vaccinated, And obviously, it probably will cause a spike in COVID-19 cases.
Exactly like what happened here. People don't wear their masks because there's no one enforcing the law.
Now that I'm fully vaccinated, though, I wanted to try it out. And I won't lie, it was unnerving. I've not been into a venue in a year.
God, a year is so long.
So the venue that I went to is one that I'd never heard of. It's newer. And I went because my friends were playing jazz.
Ah, right.
There. They play jazz a couple of places in town. They've been playing all through the pandemic.
Really?
Yeah. It's scary to me that they have been playing, but it's actually been a great opportunity for them to play because most local musicians have not been playing live during this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the majority of people with gigs are the people playing the tourist bars, and there aren't many people doing that. So this little duo has gotten many more gigs and way more exposure than they would have before or without the pandemic.
So they got a boost in their fan base then. Good for them.
Oh, it was so weird to go into a venue.
I can imagine. To be honest, I don't know if I'm really willing to go into a room full of people. Don't know. I mean, I like the idea of going, but I don't know if at the minute I would risk it.
I haven't been in anything, a restaurant, a club, a bar, anything inside in a year. And this place was pretty busy, but there were these huge garage doors in the front wall that opened up, so there was a lot of air circulation.
At least.
I met up with a friend who's a writer, and we caught up while the guys were playing jazz standards for brunch.
Brunch.
And I kept my mask on the whole time, except when I was eating or drinking.
I was going to say it'd be difficult.
You don't know who's been vaccinated and who hasn't.
Exactly.
You don't know who might have the antibodies still, or who might even currently be infected and not know about it or not care.
Yeah.
So it was a real challenge to know how to behave. Like, people kept taking their masks off and putting them back on, and nobody really knew what to do. But it definitely opened a door to the new normal, and I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, I mean, here people who go jogging can take the mask off. This I don't get. So I don't. People who are smoking can take the masks off, but people who wear glasses, no. We all have to walk around steamed up.
I was much more comfortable meeting up with friends in the park to play and sing than being in that restaurant.
Yeah, in a park, there's a lot more air circulation. It feels safer. So what happened in this place then that you went to, this concert you went to? Tell us about it. What was it?
Yeah, so there's a group of musicians in town who have met up at a little dive bar by the park for years. It's an open jam, so whoever shows up takes turns playing in the band.
Even me.
It's called the sit-in because people just come and sit in with the band.
Imaginative.
And it's held at a place called the Springwater Supper Club, which is incidentally Tennessee's longest open bar.
Ooh.
Even through Prohibition, they were open. So about 10 of us met up in the park this weekend. At the time, we would normally attend the sit-in in the club, in the bar, and played music. I mean, the bar's been closed for a year, so this is the next best thing. The weather's been too cold to do it regularly over the winter, but it was nice yesterday, and in some ways, it's even more fun doing it this way in the park because everyone's acoustic. It's a beautiful setting in the park and the trees with the grass, and my dog can attend.
How cute.
And the acoustic part means I don't have to wear earplugs to protect my hearing because when we're in the bar, everybody's electric and everybody turns up.
And everybody's very, very loud, I'm sure. It's nice in the park. It's a free concert for everyone.
I would consider this weekend's Ventures Out a great success. I have sorely missed attending and participating in live music, and I'm incredibly excited to get back to it safely. I hope you and all the other countries can do the same soon.
Yeah, the sooner the better. I need music in my life, especially tomorrow, my birthday.
Have a wonderful birthday, my friend.
Thank you very
I
much.
hope it is far more delightful than you could ever imagine.
I've got everything crossed.
And I'll talk to you again when you're a year older.
A year older. The question is, do I get older like cheese, which starts to smell, or like wine, which becomes more finer? More finer. Thank you very much, Laura, and I'll see you in a year's time. Obviously not in a year.
Now we know something more about music. Thank you, Laura.
Now, I just want to say something. When I was talking to Laura, I didn't have a chance to say this, but here in Milan, I think it was last month, even 2 months ago, Blue Note, which is a live club here in Milan. It's a live club and also a restaurant, so you can go there to eat. They can't have live music on the stage, but they can serve food. So what they did the other couple of weeks, about a month ago, whenever it was, you can find out online. They actually did a live sit-down musicians eating. Basically, what they did was they put musicians who are normally there on stage at Blue Note, they let them sit down on stage at tables and eat. And other people went to eat. So basically, everybody was there to eat, to watch singers eat, because the singers could eat on stage, but not sing on stage. Now, sadly, this week's podcast has come to an end, and I think I would like a chip butty, so I'm going off to make myself one. Jingle!
Doesn't matter where you are, in the car or at the bar. Here for you comes in your ears, another word for thanks is cheers. Here's the new kid from the block, here for you around the clock. Shining all his English tips, Kris
is an anagram of risk.